What's up, guys? It's me, Straw Hat Nate, and I'm back this week with a new One Piece chapter video. This time we have chapter 1160 titled God Valley, and this one continues showing insane things that happened that crazy day 38 years ago on God Valley. I'll be honest and say this chapter does a lot of recontextualizing of things that we have already seen, such as the huge arrivals of the Rocks Pirates, the Roger Pirates, the Garp fleet, and also the God's Knights. But there's also new things added, such as new members of the God's Knights being shown, for example. And there's also a huge important event that happens for Monkey D. Dragon, a moment which solidifies his future as a Revolutionary Army member. And if you want to know what Dragon does that's so groundbreaking in this chapter, stay till the end of this video. Now, let's get into the chapter after you like the video and subscribe to the channel. But first, the cover this week shows Yamato visiting the shrine of the man that she idolized the most, Kozuki Oden. And I can assume that this was the top priority of her journey around Wano, so that's cool that it came to fruition now. But to get into the chapter for real, we start with the Davy clan members, who are the natives to this island, God Valley, being brought up on stage, being declared super rare rabbits for the Celestial Dragon hunting game. And among the few people brought up are Marshall D. Teach and his mother, the wife of Rocks. But also, it's important to mention that the unnamed side characters of the Davy clan happen to be very big, larger than the average human in One Piece, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. The Celestial Dragons in the crowd get all riled up and enraged at just the sight of these innocent Davy clan people throwing stuff at them on the stage. And one enraged Celestial Dragon even shouts, "And you're Buccaneers too, aren't you?" So this hints that this special clan, the Davy clan, descended from Davy D. Jones, are Buccaneers like Kuma, and like Joy Boy as well. And it would make plenty of sense too for the Davy clan to be Buccaneers, considering that Marshall D. Teach, aka Blackbeard, is so large as well. Right here on God Valley, Teach is still so young, and he's cowering behind his mother in fear because of this scary situation that he's put in as just a little boy. The hate gets so out of hand from the Celestial Dragons that the Master of Ceremonies even has to put an end to this, telling the Celestial Dragons to settle down. But now that the prize presentation is over, the hunting game now begins. Events that we have seen before in Kuma's flashback, but that will be a pattern for a lot of the rest of this chapter. Multiple scenes are shown of the merciless killing of the innocent God Valley citizens at the hands of the wicked Celestial Dragons and the God's Knights. There's actually multiple pages of just brutality from these people, expanding on how evil this situation really was. And Dragon watches the torture of all these people around him, like scared for the safety of them. And in one scene, a Celestial Dragon aims a weapon directly at Kuma and Ivankov, two rabbits in this scenario, and he's ready to kill them. But by my surprise, Monkey D. Dragon saves the two kids, shooting the Celestial dead where he stands. And as a Marine, this is a terrible act of tyranny. But we know that there will be more to come of this because of Dragon's current hatred for the vile rulers of the world. Then, in an expanded scene from last time, we see the arrival of the Rocks crew. This time, Rocks actually in front and center, because last time in Kuma's flashback, we didn't know what he looked like yet. As expected, these guys do nothing but argue over Shaki, the treasure of Hachinosu that was stolen by the government. And to get his men to all behave, Rock suggests that they share the spoils and treasures from the island. But this causes more confusion because how are they supposed to share Shaki? Barble, the fishman, asks about this, and then Shiki responds that obviously Shaki will go and fall for whoever helps her the most. Silverax agrees, saying that he'll be the one to save her so that she falls for him. But John disagrees, saying that Shaki will end up falling for whoever's the richest. And then Whitebeard says that he'll platonically save Shaki as a friend, but he wouldn't mind if she fell in love with him, showing that he isn't as head over heels for her as the rest of the guys. But Stussy, Whitebeard's supposed lover, still gets mad at him for considering loving Shaki. And lastly, Big Mom basically says that you are all idiots for simping over Shaki because her goal here is just the devil fruits for her own crew. And Kaido asks about the devil fruits as well because we know that this is his goal too. And this is the day that he receives his legendary mythical dragon fruit. And alongside these scenes of the Rocks pirates bantering, we also see the moment when Dragon rescues the twin babies, Shanks and Shamrock, showing that Dragon was really the hero of the incident after saving all these kids, more than his father Garp, who is touted by the government as the hero of God Valley. If Dragon rescued both of the twins here though, it really begs the question of how Shanks ended up with the Roger pirates and Shamrock ended up separately back in the Holy Land with the Celestials. But after this, we get a short funny scene of the Roger pirates making landfall, a recontextualization of the scenes we saw before, and this time it shows the crew trampling over their own captain, Goldie Roger, because they're all in a rush to save Shaki. While this is a comedic scene, it's not a good look for the simping Roger pirates. Then there's another recycled scene of the introduction of the Gods Knights, but it's important here to note that there are new members shown. I'm sure you remember back in Kuma's flashback that we saw Garling, the Manmeyer family girl, the long black-haired girl, and the cow skull mask guy. And this time we see those four along with Gunko and Summers to add onto the list, along with two brand new Gods Knights that are shown for the first time here, bringing our total up to 8. One is a large beast creature similar to like a yeti with horns and spiky teeth, which I'm sure is just some sort of mythical devil fruit transformation. And the second one is a woman with horns, fangs, sunglasses, and a cigar. And she almost looks like a member of the Numbers from Wano. The leakers suggest that this woman could be related to Saint Killingham on the sole fact that they look alike based on Killingham's human form. So let's run with that idea going forward. Now the last scene and the last arrival is shown, the group that was missing, Garp's Marine Fleet. Like the pattern, we see an expanded version of previous events, and here Garp uses a powerful meteor fist to wipe out a group of pirates, while the Marines down on the island cry tears of joy at the arrival of the reinforcements led by the hero of the Marines, Monkey D. Garp. But that's where this chapter ends. I'm stuck on my opinion of this chapter because while yes, there were crazy moments like Dragon's action of killing a Celestial and Teach being displayed as a prize of the tournament, but a majority of the chapter was just dedicated to scenes that we have already seen in part. I won't call it a waste of time though, because it's still cool to see these arrivals of the legendary fighters under a new lens, now that we completely understand all of the motives and goals of the different factions here on God Valley. from the looks of it, we are going to be seeing the full God Valley incident here, fights and everything, all within this flashback, which means that this can go on for a lot longer depending on how Oda wants to play this. I'm excited to see these battles, but hopefully they're actually good and not just one panel showing of who fights who. We'll see next time what happens on God Valley, which won't be for a little while though, because there unfortunately is a break next week. So if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.